Hey, I got a haircut. Do you like it? Wonderly's theme for May is nostalgia, so I've been spending a lot of time rummaging through my old memory boxes and diaries, and I found one thing that's been pretty consistent through all of my childhood and adolescence, besides me being a terrible speller. I have always really appreciated boys, and I have had a lot to say about them over the years. I definitely never bought into the whole boys have cooties thing. So I was enamored with boys from a very young age, but the earliest evidence of my infatuation dates back to when I was about 3. On Valentine's Day at daycare, it was standard protocol to get those little cardboard cutout valentines and say, "Will you be mine?" on them and sign them and give them out to the whole class. Well, there was this one boy named Philip. He would give out the regular standard valentines to everyone in class, but the valentine he gave to me was different. He cut out a valentine especially for me out of construction paper, and he always made me a special one. Here's one that he did out of a notebook paper. Pretty spicy, I know. And let's be real, who could resist? I was pretty fucking cute. When I was 10, I started writing in a diary regularly, and man, oh man, is this a jackpot of sorrowful tales of unrequited love. February 12th, 2004. Apparently I had a crush on a boy named Chris at this time. I bumped into Chris on my way home. I hesitated, then ran away. And not much has changed. A couple months later, I wrote an entry about turning 11 and how I was going through my 1/8 life crisis. There is a weird thing going on with me and all these boys. There is this one boy named Brian. He is so nice and so cute. He is my height and makes me feel funny when I'm around him. Worst of all, I sit by him in science class. Now, on to the next boy. Trevor. He is nice, funny, and I really like him. Worst, he sits across from me in homeroom. Next is Zach. He is really nice and really funny. Before and after school, I get to talk to him for a whole 5 minutes. Oh man. I just want to know if any of them like me. I have a lot to choose from. A couple months later, I posted an update. Remember I was writing about all the boys I liked? Well, I figured out all of them are just friends, except for Zach. For like what seems like a century, Zach has been totally flirting with me. It is flattering and all, but the worst part is I'm flirting at him back, and when I get the chance, I stare at him smiling. Middle school? I don't want to talk about middle school, but in 9th grade I did get my first boyfriend named Nick. We dated for a few weeks, and by dated I mean we went to the 9th grade dance together, and then he broke up with me via text message a couple weeks later. Sometime during this short-lived whirlwind romance, I wrote this gem in my math book. Apparently I had called Nick to ask him to hang out over the weekend, and he never called back. My friend was right about one thing. She said soon the new relationship high will go away and you will both realize that you really care about each other. She was right that the new relationship high would go away, but in its place, it left nothing. It left nothing but a barren road. The road has a turn in it. I can't see if the road will eventually go back in this direction. I hope it won't. I only see the desolate road ahead of me. I am beginning to be unsure of this road. I wonder if I should get off of it before a major crash that would lead to heartbreak. She was getting pretty real for 13-year-old Madeline. The best part about this note is that I had found it a little while later and written a little postscript. It says, "Note, this was written very shortly before Nick and I broke up." I had to put that in there for my records. And then I circled a smiley face that I had long ago written on the notebook paper and said, "What do I have to be happy about? What do I have to be happy about? My first boyfriend just dumped me in a text." Everyone has a few childhood crushes. Who were yours back in the day? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up, and make sure you check out Wonderly's YouTube page. They've been featuring a lot of these nostalgia-themed videos this month. Alright, I gotta go binge watch season 4 of Arrested Development. I think it just went live, so I'm gonna have to peace. See you guys later.